Hi, my name is Ariel, and I'm allergic to nickel. Hi there, sunshines. Today, I want to talk about something that affects almost 20% of women and is the most common cause of contact dermatitis. Drum roll, please. Nickel! This one sounds like a bundle of fun, doesn't it? So I've always been blessed with pretty clear skin. I never had any major breakouts as a teen, and while I helped many women who suffered with various allergies of just about every variety when I was working with the public, I could sympathize with their struggles and I did everything I could to help, but I really didn't understand what it feels like to have your skin blow up for no reason and the struggle and frustration of trying to get to the bottom of it. Cut to last winter, when I woke up one day to my face, particularly the skin around my eyes, having become itchy and swollen and scaly. I looked like an alligator. In fact, if I was much more scaly, I probably would have gotten confused for one of those dragons in Harry Potter, or a pet gecko. No, sir, I do not sell car insurance. It felt miserable, both because I was literally uncomfortable, but also because I couldn't really use makeup. I didn't want to irritate my skin more, and I had no idea what was causing it. Makeup is my happy place. It's my passion, and it's my creative outlet. So it was pretty depressing having to give all that up, at least temporarily, and I didn't know if it would be forever because I had no idea what was happening. So I finally get in with a dermatologist who does a patch test on my back, which was a ton of fun. Basically, we're just gonna strap a whole bunch of whatever might be irritating your skin on your back for 2 days and just kind of see how it plays out. It felt like fire on my skin for 2 straight days, and when they finally pulled it off, they told me that I had had a pretty severe reaction to nickel. It was really fun when the nurse looked at me and said, "Oh man, that really sucks. Nickel's in everything." "Oh, okay, good." I asked, "Is there anything I can do for this? Allergy shots? Any kind of fix?" "Nope. Just try and avoid it." I'm sent home with some steroid cream and the assurance that it's probably not bad enough to send me into anaphylactic shock. Well, that's good, I guess. I didn't know that was an option, so now I have something new to stress out over. Thanks. So now at least I know what I'm working with, and I go home determined to do some research and figure all of this out. How hard can it be to avoid nickel, right? A cursory Google search confirmed that what the nurse said was indeed true. Yes, the man that sucks part, but mostly the nickel is in everything part. I mean, everything. People with very severe nickel allergies have to go on low nickel diets, avoiding canned food, green leafy foods, beans, chocolate. I mean, I'm not giving up chocolate. I'm just gonna have to die. Kale isn't worth it though. Goodbye, Kale. It's been nice knowing you. Fortunately, my allergy isn't so severe that I really have to watch my diet. I do try to limit canned foods. Too much sodium anyway. Most of my issues stem from cosmetics and the things that I'm putting on my skin. So here are the best tips that I found to help keep me from having to run for the Benadryl and the hydrocortisone cream. First things first, get yourself a nickel test. They're not expensive and you can get them on Amazon. This is just a little thing of liquid that you can wipe onto suspect items with a cotton swab. If the swab turns pink, then nickel is present. Isn't science fun? It was then that I realized that some of my most beloved skincare products were part of the problem because the tubes that they were in contained nickel. Next, check your makeup brushes. Some of mine have nickel in the ferrule of the handle and some of them don't. If they contain nickel, just get a little electrical tape and wrap it around the handle. I know it hurts my heart too to put anything adhesive on my makeup brushes, some of which are very pretty and not very cheap, but it's better than hurting my face or getting rid of them. Another thing you're going to want to check for nickel is your eyelash curler. Many of them contain nickel and you're putting them very close to a very delicate part of your face. If you can't find a metal one that's nickel-free, I suggest trying the little plastic travel variety. You can usually get them at Sephora. Nextly, check your ingredients. This seems obvious. Unfortunately, nickel isn't one of those ingredients that hides in plain sight under a variety of names. I asked my dermatologist and she said it should say nickel on the ingredients list, plain and simple. Keep an eye on cosmetics that are particularly metallic or glittery. Those are usually the main culprits. And keep in mind that people that are sensitive to nickel are oftentimes sensitive to mica and titanium dioxide, which are often found in mineral makeup, which is unfortunate because mineral makeup is such a good option for so many allergy sufferers. Why can't anything be simple? Now, I don't have to completely swear off products that contain mica and titanium dioxide, but I have noticed that if I'm having an allergy flare-up and I apply products that contain this, say titanium dioxide sunscreen, they make it much, much worse. Now, jewelry is probably the main thing that comes to mind when we think of a metal allergy. And I'd say most people have experienced irritation from using cheap earrings at some point. I know I definitely had. And looking back on it, I realized that it had gotten worse and worse over the years, until the point where wearing cheapo earrings, even for just a minute, would be excruciating and cause really bad blisters on my ears. Might have been a warning sign, huh? So it's a good idea to stick to surgical grade stainless steel earrings or 14 karat and up yellow gold. White gold can sometimes contain nickel, so it's a little bit more of a gamble. Now, I do have some really fun earrings that I like to wear on special occasions that are probably not the best quality. So I coat the posts a couple of times with some clear nail polish to protect my skin for the day while I'm wearing them. And this will usually help me avoid any problems. And lastly, it was a big help for me to switch to free and clear laundry detergent because some detergents can contain nickel. And I try to always remember to bring my own washcloth, towel, and pillow with me wherever I go when I travel, so that way I don't risk ruining a vacation by having a surprise reaction to whatever the hotel washes their linens in. It's a really fun way to spend a vacation looking like Sloth from the Goonies. Not to mention, my husband keeps yelling at me for scratching. I know it's going to make it worse. I just don't care right now. So I basically made this video because I wish it existed when I was diagnosed with my nickel allergy. And I just want to tell you that no matter how raw and irritated your skin is now, you'll be amazed at its ability to heal itself. I was so frustrated not knowing what was going on, and it felt like irreparable damage had been done to my skin, especially my eyelids. I was afraid they would never look the same. I was terrified that I would be stuck with permanent lizard skin. But honestly, after just a week or two of finally figuring out what was going on and making some minor changes, my skin was almost back to normal. And aside from the occasional small flare-up, I've mostly put my skin issues behind me, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So let me know down in the comments if you guys have any tips or tricks for dealing with annoying skin allergies, nickel or otherwise. And feel free to like and subscribe so that way you don't miss any of the videos coming out for you on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And feel free to share if you know of anyone who is allergic to nickel.